made it onto the train, and these seats aren't very nice, and I just hope that I haven't got anyone else in this couchette with me, because I'm not going to have anywhere to sit. So we've got like berths. I can't believe I'm going to Iran. Oh well, I'll take photos and footage if anything interesting happens or I see something good, so off we go. Right, so I've been on the train for just over 6 hours now. I'll show you on the map how far I've got, but it's slow, really slow. You can see why it's dubbed the slowest train in the world, but yeah, so I've got the whole couchette to myself, which is handy. As you can see, you can barely move in here with all my stuff. I'm going to go and look for the food cart after, because it's starting to get a bit peckish. It's like 4:45, didn't bother with lunch. I forgot to buy pasta before I got on the train, so I'm going to have to buy food. I want to limit it. I don't know what the crack is. I wonder if they give you breakfast. I don't know. So I better go and have a look anyway and find out what happens on a 60-hour train journey, including a 6-hour ferry across Lake Van. So great views though. It would have been great to cycle this. I was thinking that on the bus when I was going from Istanbul to Ankara, that you know it's such a shame that I've missed out on so much cycling, and obviously I'm not going to be able to cycle again now until Pakistan. So, and that's if they let me. I know that I need a police escort and everything, but just show you the views. Yeah, I'll give you an update later on. Right, morning. 24 hours in, and we've just gone through a tunnel. Wait there. Yeah, so 24 hours. And we're about 3/4 of the way to the lake. So we should be arriving at Tehran to get on the ferry, I reckon, in about 3 or 4 hours. So today's going to be an interesting day. Obviously I'm going to have the palaver at the border, another tunnel. Wait. This one's quite a long one. Right, there you go, for fuck's sake, right. Yeah, obviously gonna have the palaver with, at the border, with my visa, and then I've also got to contact my host on couch surfing in Tehran, but it's the thing, I don't want to do it until I'm in the country, and I don't think I'm going to be getting over the border until like midnight, so it might be a case of just dropping her a text and calling her tomorrow. It's probably a wise idea, isn't it? So, righty ho, I'll give you some footage if anything happens. Right, just been informed in 5 minutes we're going to be getting off the train and onto a boat. So I'm going to make sure that all my stuff is ready to go for a 6-hour ferry. Met a couple of Swiss guys and an Iranian girl who's been advising me on what I need to know. There's a lot of people out in the hallway, so I'm sort of dodging people at the moment. Pardon. So yeah. I'm getting on the famous ferry from Tatvan to Van across Lake Van. I've also just had my last beer for potentially 2 weeks, as I've decided I'm going to cycle from Tehran to Isfahan, just because, you know, I've got 30 days, so I want to keep my fitness up. All my stuff still seems to be in place, so let's get this shit done. Very dry around here. Then you look on the other side. Is that the lake? Don't know. Looks like quite a big lake. We stopped at some sort of station for like 15 minutes. No idea why, but everyone's got off and they're buying juice. I'm tempted to, because it's like, I don't really want to be stuck on a ferry for 6 hours and not have anything to drink, but yeah, I'm going to buy some juice. So the reason we've stopped for so long is someone's had to be taken off on a stretcher. Never a good sight, is it? No. I think we'll be getting on with it again now, so hope she's alright. So as you can see, I'm on the boat. 6 hours on a ferry before getting on another train. Lovely.
van. It's now 10:30 and I've been travelling for 36 hours. I'm knackered. Apparently we're going to be hitting the border at about 2 in the morning. Just give you a shot. I think we're waiting for the train. Which, considering we're late, you'd think we'd be here, but there you go. Right, so just been informed that the train is going to be 2 hours late. So we've got a nice wait, but we're going to go and sit in the cafe over there. Well, all our stuff is piled up there. So it looks like we're not going to be crossing the border now till 4 AM, which is going to be lovely. So yeah, I'll give you an update later on.
It's locked for now.
Right, so I'm on the Iran side of the Trans-Asia Express. This is the New Dawn. So I think I'm on this one for the next 24 hours.
She's sleeping down.
She's sleeping down, so I'm sleeping up.
Yes.
Right, okay, sound. Just exchanged some money as well. So I'll give you some footage of that.
Slippers.
This is a
Where are my slippers?
50,000 Rial note. I've also got a 500,000 one there. But apparently they don't use Rials.
You do not give this out. This is a lot of money in Iran. You don't put this in your back pocket.
Right, okay. So these are the ones to play with then.
Those are the ones you play with.
But they knock a couple of zeros off and call it tamams. So I've basically got a deal with tamams. Like they'll give me the price in tamams, and then I've got to do the conversion rate in between Rials and pounds.
Talk us down just yet.
I'm not talking you down, I'm just explaining how I'm going to have to think for money until I get the hang of it. So yeah, so technically I'm a millionaire, but I don't know how long that's going to last.
Not yet. You will after you change all of your money.
Right, so
You can live like a king.
well, we'll see. We'll see.
Work abroad, come have fun here.
There you go. Right, so got a couple of hours, I think, or an hour until the border, and I'll probably have it all taken off me by customs for overstaying my visa. So, right, it's another night on the train. Obviously, I've been travelling now for over 38 hours non-stop, so I'm going to sleep well once I've got through that border. That is the first views of Iran. It was a very eventful time at the border. Basically, they noticed straight away that my visa was 2 weeks out of date. Asked me when I got to Turkey. I thought, you know, there's no point lying here. So we got to the Turkish border, or the Turkish checkpoint, at about 3:30. And I didn't get out until 5:30. Basically, he said, you know, big problem, you know, you must come back when I have stamped everyone else. Okay. While I was waiting, I got told that basically what normally happens is they will hold you overnight and send you back to Ankara, which really, I didn't want to hear that at 3:30 in the morning. So, no, in fact by this point it was about 4:30, because I was right at the back of the queue. So then, you know, he said, I'll try and sort something out for you. Okay. went back and he said, right, okay, what's going to happen is you're going to pay roughly 500 lira when you get to Tehran to the Turkish embassy, and that'll be it. Okay, fine. Then typing away on the computer, gets on the phone. Now I heard him give my passport number about at least 4 or 5 times before he came back and handed me 2 pieces of paper and said, okay, I have no idea why this is happening, but your fine is 60 lira. It must be because you are British. You pay in Turkish embassy. If you do not pay, okay, just do not come back here for 2 years. So I basically got 2 weeks extra in Turkey for a 2-year ban, and as much as I like the place, I ain't going back there for 2 years, so I am now heading for Tabriz. The Iran checkpoint does it completely differently. They take everyone's passports off them on the train rather than everyone getting off, stamp them in the restaurant cart and then come back and give them to everyone. So I'm waiting for my entry stamp for Iran, even though I'm in Iran. And when we get to Tabriz, it is the luggage check, where I believe everyone has to take all their luggage off and they go through. So I need to put my phone forward by an hour and a half. So I'm now 3.5 hours ahead. So yeah, I'll give you some footage when we get to Tabriz. Hello, it's 20 to 2 and I don't know whether that's Iranian time or Turkish time, because after breakfast I went back to sleep. I'd only had like a little nap on the boat, but I've been given my passport back and it has the entry stamp for Iran. So I'm at Tabriz actually. I just got woken up because the customs wanted to apparently look in my bags. When I showed them all of my bags, they said, what's in that one? What's in that one? What's in them? Alright. And then there was a suitcase next to me and with an Iranian girl, and he made her open it, take everything out. I just thought, blimey. But yeah, so I should be in Tehran for like 9 PM I think. Hopefully it's not going to be later than that, because I don't really want to be turning up at a couch surfing placement at a ridiculous time in the morning. For some reason my SIM card won't lock onto a network. It will say it will, but it won't get granted access, so I don't have a phone. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm so tired. I don't know what to do about that. Just have to wait and see what time we get to Tehran. But I mean, if it's taken 3-4 hours to get from border to here, then another 8 I reckon, and we should be there. So yeah, it's 51 hours, or 50 hours, sorry, forgot about the time change, on this epic train journey. I mean, for anyone that likes going on train journeys, then this is a professional one for you. So yeah, after here, next stop, Tehran. So as you can see, the landscape has got quite different. There's not much green around anymore, so as I say that we go past trees. This must be some sort of little town, but it's definitely a lot drier, and I am very thankful that I bought a gas stove in Istanbul, because I would not have a hope in hell of getting a fire started in what is, I mean, I said desert, but straight away I got told, no, this isn't the desert, this is just dry. I mean, some great views of the mountains up there, if you can see in the background. Behind the trees suddenly appeared. So yeah, maybe I will get a fire on the go, but I've been told that between Tehran and Isfahan, the route I'm planning to take by bicycle, it's going to get drier and a lot more mountainy, so we'll see. But all in all, I've been around. Right, so it is 8 o'clock in the evening. We are... Salam. And we are about an hour away from Shanjan, and apparently we are about 5 away from Tehran. So it is, what's that bring the total to now? Started Wednesday, 24, 48. So in about 2.5 hours it will be the 60-hour mark. I've spoke to my host in Tehran and said, oh, I'm not going to be there till the early hours. She said, that's fine, just try and make it before 2 o'clock, so I'm hoping it's going to be before 2 AM, but that remains to be seen. So last little bit now, so right, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, local time, and we are approaching Tehran. Should be there, I think, within 20 minutes. They've started stripping the couchettes already, so my host has said it's fine, I can turn up at any time of the night, so nearly there. It's 3 in the morning. Just got to my host's in Tehran. Had a couple of cups of chai and fixed her Wi-Fi for her. She's gone to bed, so I'm going to do the same, because 60 hours on a train is just not healthy. Basically this is my room for the next 2 days. I've got cushions and my sleeping bag set up, so I'm going to have a very, very good night's sleep tonight. What else was I going to say? My sleeping bag. Obviously I haven't used it for 2 months and it stinks of sweat. I don't know what I'm going to do about it. Might look for a new one. I don't know. It's meant to get really cold at night time, like in the desert between here and Isfahan, so I might keep it mostly. Now this is a bizarre cold road. This landscape is completely new to me. Desert over there. Miles into cycling, and I've got another puncture on the rear. Really sunburned, like desert.